Is that an AI-generated question or a real question?
I came from a dream, actually. I had a dream. Andre Bishop buttonholed me in the Vivian Beaumont lobby. I hadn't seen him for 2 years, and he said, I'd love to give you a commission to write a play for the Beaumont. And I said, well, I don't have an idea. If I have an idea, Andre, I'll write a play. Then that night I went home and had a dream that I was standing in the Beaumont talking with a couple of people. I woke up, wrote the dream down, and immediately had an idea, so I started writing the play.
Personally, I've never been all that impressed by tech, so AI is, I'm like, oh, AI. It's like, come on. It's the way Ayad Akhtar crafted the story and then put this lead character who is really meant to be, a guy of a certain age, a white guy in this new era who's kind of looking at his own mortality.
I think of the play McNeal as a question of how much AI has influenced our lives already that we don't know about. Like, as Ruthie said, it's not just about livelihood. I mean, I know with this industry, AI has been a very topical and important conversation, not just in this industry, but we are sitting in the Lincoln Center. But
I think it's a necessary dialogue, and it's so, to me, timely that having come off Oppenheimer, which was talking about the existential threat of the nuclear age, and now we're information age, so I'm just really lucky that I kind of get to go from one historically significant technological threat to this new one, which is, I think it's just such great subject matter.
I think it's also a real profile of a self-destructive artist, and I think Robert also is the kind of performer that, he's so inventive that I think that you'll probably get a few laughs from him too, in spite of the fact that the play examines difficult subjects. That makes sense?
This play, to make my Broadway debut, is kind of a blessing in disguise because I did not know it was coming. It came out of nowhere. It's very different from a lot of the plays that I've done in the past. So I'm actually super thrilled for this to be the Broadway debut and returning back to Lincoln Center. I was here last year doing Flex last summer. So to be able to return on a bigger stage is kind of exciting to me.
I was super excited to work with Robert. He and I both have been acting since I was 6 when I started acting. He was 5. He comes from a family of, performers, actors. I come from a family of actors. There was a lot that I thought we probably were going to have in common. So I play Francine Blake in McNeal, and she is the retired editor-in-chief of the New York Times and McNeal's ex-lover.
I got a call from Downey saying, I'm pitching you to play my son on Broadway. And I said, you're insane. And I didn't have high hopes. And I was too scared to accept any job like that unless it was for him saying you don't have a choice. And so I hope to bring a bit of the human element within such an extraordinary story of how humanity intersects with AI and the computer. That was good, wasn't it?
That is beautiful.
Now, that happened now.
I wasn't looking to start anything in the summer because I wanted to be with my grandchild, but then this came along, and for many reasons I said yes. One, it's Lincoln Center. It was where my Broadway debut was. 2, it's Andre Bishop, who I love. It's his last year, and I really wanted to come full circle with him. And then the play. And then Robert. I played Robert's mom in a movie that his dad did many years ago called Too Much Sun. So I felt that was to come full circle. I'd always wanted to work with Bart Sher, and it was a subject matter I didn't know very much about, but thought that I should.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of the conversations we have are binary. It's them or us, and they break down. But what's beautiful about great writing and about theater is that it gets you in the middle. It gets you in the complexities. It gets you in the ambiguities.
I'm not sure the play is embracing AI. I think that it's putting us in a situation of really grappling with the realities of it, as opposed to simply our fears or simply our hopes for it.
Being in the room with as extraordinary an artist as Robert Downey Jr., taking on a very, very complex, layered, demanding role over a subject which is we're all sharing. I think the ideal experience is for people to come upstairs to the Beaumont and be in that room together, engaging the most important questions we have and having great conversations afterwards about what it all means.
The subject matter is so timely, and then the execution is so sophisticated that the only weak link is me.